What's up, everybody? It is P Crawl tonight. I hope you're excited. We are super thrilled about the Periscope crawl tonight. If you don't know me, my name is Kevin Buchanan. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I am starting off the P Crawl tonight. Thank you so much for everybody that's joining. Thank you so much for everybody that's inviting their followers. That's amazing. So we appreciate that. I work for a magazine called Everyday Life. You can find it at everyday-life.us. Well, my main purpose is to encourage others to know that their life matters, to know that the dreams and goals you have in your life matter and are meant to be lived out now. Hey, Abby, what's up? So the Periscope crawl, if you're new to this, it's similar to a bar crawl, and that you're going to start with me, listen to me for a few minutes, then you're going to go to Bethany Jett. She's going to hop on here and say, hey, make sure you're following her at JB. And then the next one is going to be our special guest for tonight, which is Dave Shrein. We are more than thrilled to have him on the Periscope crawl tonight. So make sure you're following at Dave Shrein, and then at JB Howard at the end, we'll give his tech tips that everybody always loves so much. Hey, Jill, what's up? So make sure you're following at Bethany Jett, at Dave Shrein, and at JB Howard, and they will be taking it from there. What's going on, Wendy? How's everybody doing? Tonight, our topic is about secrets to building a business. So I think a lot of people, my mother-in-law is on here. Oh, Nate, your mother-in-law. We'll try to be on our best behavior for the mother-in-law. What's up, Josh there? What's up, Monica? Hey, everybody. So secrets to building a business. We're going to talk to you about if you're an entrepreneur, if you're wanting to explore freelancing, if you have an idea that you really want to do on your own, kind of work from home, do your own thing, we want to tell you some secrets of how best to get there. Dave Shrein just popped up there. Hey, hey, hey. Make sure you follow him. He's our special guest tonight, and he's going to share a lot of secrets. Secrets, everybody, secrets. So it's going to be really fun. Now, what I want to encourage you with tonight is whatever the dream you have, whatever the hustle, the goals you have for your life, whatever you want to pursue when it comes to starting your own business, when it comes to entrepreneur, freelancing, any of that kind of stuff, I want to encourage you to go ahead and do it now before it ever becomes a full-time job for you. So if you don't wait until you're getting paid to do it, go ahead and start doing it now. I can speak from example that the magazine I work for is basically my dream job now. And the only reason I got that job is because for 2 years prior, I was doing it before then. So I was doing everything I do now, but I was doing it before then. My boss was watching me for 2 years and then approached me and pretty much handed me my dream job. So I was doing it way before I ever got paid, and so that I really want to encourage you with that as well. So make sure that you're doing it before you ever get paid. So we've got a couple of minutes left, so I want to hear from you guys. What is it that do you have a business that you want to start? Do you have an idea that you really want to get off the ground? Put it in the comments there. I would love to hear about it and see what's going on. If it's your first time to P Crawl, give us a thumbs up, because we love hearing about our first time people, and would love to go from there. So I'm seeing no comments. Is that correct from anybody? Or maybe here we go. They're all coming through at one time. A co-working site, love that. Working on it, thumbs up, yeah. Hey, Adam Davis, thanks for being here. Good to see you too, Mark. Thanks for being a part of this. Divine Encouragement Life Coaching, I love that, Tina. You need to pursue that for sure. Our pastor says if someone will work hard for free, then you know they'll work hard for pay too. That is very, very true. It also helps see what your motives are to see if you're doing it kind of for the right reason. Do you know what I'm saying? Understand that? Dave Shrine's working on building a full services media and marketing firm. That is freaking amazing. A home decor and design business and blog. I love that. Love, 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 love that. We've got about 45 seconds left, so if you're not following at Bethany Jett, make sure you're following her. She's coming up in about 30 seconds. She'll be live, so make sure you're following her. She's going to say hey here in just a second so that you can make sure you're following her. This message is totally in line with John Acuff's Quitter and Start books. If you know me, you know John Acuff plays a huge part in my life. He has, yes, I love me some John Acuff as well. Love me some Dave Shrein too, but love me some John Acuff as well. Working on building an AV consulting firm focused on training. That is awesome, Matthew. And you're already doing, you're well on your way there, so I love that. All right, Bethany Jett is going live here in about 10 seconds. Make sure you're following her. They've got some great information for you. My encouragement to you tonight is to go ahead and start doing what you love. Do it now so that it'll open up opportunities for it to become real and a real thing in your life. All right, Bethany Jett is live. You can go to her now.
Hey, everybody. Here we go, Peak Crawl, Part 2, Secrets to Starting a Small Business. I am so happy to have you guys in here. I am very, very excited. We have an amazing guest coming on right after me in about 5 minutes or less. Okay, so a few things about starting a small business. Hey, everybody! There are so many different webinars and businesses out there that are giving you free information. Don't be afraid to sign up for them when people are offering you something for free. Now, most of the time, a webinar is given because there's a product or something that they want you to purchase. This is not a bad thing. If it's interesting to you, sign up for the webinar, get on their email list, and if it's a product that's or a service that's gonna help you, you've learned something, and you may be able to purchase it in the future if it's not something that you can purchase right now. But getting on some people's mailing lists is not a bad thing. It's actually awesome. It takes a lot of time to sit down and go through all these webinars, but usually there's a replay. It is something that when I was getting started to launch my business, I spent a lot of time, took a lot of notes, learned from some of the best in their business, and ended up purchasing some of the products, and I absolutely recommend. One of them that I recommend is Grant Baldwin's Booked and Paid to Speak. So if you're wanting to speak, that is an amazing one, and occasionally he will do a free webinar explaining how his process works. It was a no-brainer. You will love it if you're wanting to speak. You definitely need to get into Grant Baldwin's class. A couple other things. If you're going to be signing up for different things, make a separate email. So I didn't want all of these webinars flooding my business inbox, and so if you have a hosted WordPress site through Bluehost, which is what I totally recommend, you can set up 1 million email addresses with that. So I have one specific email, education@bethanyjett.com. And so anytime I'm signing up for information or for a webinar, all of that stuff goes to that email address. So when I'm looking for, in different areas of my business, even if I don't need it now, I might need it later, I have everything in one spot. So go ahead and set up a second email address to capture all of those things. One of the programs that I'm loving right now is a program called 17 Hats, and I'm going to show you that right now. So let me turn you over. Okay, so I've got this on my iPod. Let us see the best way to get you guys to see this. So this is 17 Hats. You get a free trial. Oh, do you love it, Dave? I am loving this. This is not working with the tripod. We're going to try something else. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. This is 17 Hats. It is for the solopreneur. It is like almost everything that you need to take care of your business. You get a 30-day free trial. I know it's a little grainy because of this. Basically, it's all of your information with your clients, your projects. I use Toggle, which is actually one of Dave's recommendations to manage my time, to track time. And this actually has a way that you can do that in here as well. So this is fantastic. Go here, watch this video. It was amazing. All right, so Dave in less than 60 seconds. So he may or may not already be out of here. I saw him popping in. Make sure you're following him at Dave Shrein. I met Dave through, here he is, follow him. I met Dave through Periscope, actually. We had been part of the same Facebook group for a long time, never connected on there, but actually met through here. Networking. Periscope is great for networking, and we're working on some projects together. He is fantastic. When it comes to websites, social media, everything that you need for your business, even just talking to him as a friend for 10 minutes, you're taking notes. I took notes on an envelope one time when we were talking because everything that he says is gold. Even when he's not trying to teach, he's teaching. He's just got a teacher's heart. Great story. You're going to love following him on Periscope. So I'm going to count Dave out. We got 10 seconds-ish before Dave goes live. So make sure you're following him because he's going to pop on. All right. I'm going to hang out just for one more second. And just be ready. Have a pen ready because you're going to want to take notes. see you on the, oh, actually, I won't see you until next time, but JB Howard is on after Kevin, or after Dave, and you do not want to miss the tech tips that he has. So I will see you guys later. Go watch Dave.
This is a lot of fun. I'm super excited to be a part of the P-Crawl, Periscope Crawl. It's my first one ever, and it's absolutely fantastic because Periscope, as you know, is giving way to all these really, really, really unique ways of connecting with other people, and I love it. So tonight, this is like perfect topic for me because last year, I launched my business. Now I had been, freelancing for like 6 years, and when I finally launched my business, there was so much that I got a little timer here, and I actually forgot to start my timer. That's okay. We'll just keep going. There were so many different things that I needed to learn, and Periscope, I wish it had been around because it's like education central. So there were a few things that I wanted to share with you guys tonight that I have learned in this last year of kicking my business up in gear. And the first one is if you are going to go into business for yourself, you've got to be clear about who you are. You really have to know who you are and what it is you bring to the table, right? If you don't have clarity about who you are and what it is you're trying to help people with, they're not going to have clarity on how they can actually work with you. They're not going to know what you do. So you need to be very specific about who you are, but even more than that, you need to be very specific about who you can help. And what that means is you need to niche down. And niching down is a term that we use in the entrepreneur world for getting very specific about who your target audience. And it's really, really difficult to do. And I struggle with it all the time. Even today I was struggling with it, sending out a couple emails. But niching down is essentially this: saying exactly who I want to help and making all of your language, all of your sales, all of your scopes, all of your tweets, everything trying to find those particular people, right? That's what you're going after. You say, well, I don't want to miss all these other types of people. So like me, I try to help small business owners and entrepreneurs. But if I really went out there and I tried to help Fortune 500 companies, I say I can help them too. I can help their marketing departments. Or if I said I can help realtors and I can help individual personal bankers. Well, all of a sudden, yeah, I might be able to help them, but I've lost the message of speaking directly to entrepreneurs. So you think that you're losing people when you niche down, but in reality, you're making it easier for people to follow you and people to find you. So that's one of the things that you want to do, and one of the things you don't want to do is be for everybody. Be for a specific person. Here's another thing that I've learned. You don't want to go into your business alone. Right? And what I mean by that is if you go into your business alone thinking like, oh, you know what, I can be a one-man or a one-woman show. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to launch my website. I'm going to run my email. I'm going to do all my graphics. I'm going to set up my entire, WordPress and all my plugins. You're going to burn out. You're going to get exhausted. And that's on the practical side. The other side of that is don't go in alone emotionally. Launching a business, especially when it comes to online, is a huge, huge thing. And if you go in all by yourself, the second you meet adversity, it's going to be really, really frustrating. The second that your product doesn't sell, it's going to be really, really frustrating. What you need is a community like Periscope, a community of people who know exactly what you're going through to come around you and say, you've got this, right? You can make this happen. Don't worry about that. Let's go back at it. Let's figure out what went wrong with that launch and let's relaunch. Brandy says, I feel like you're talking to me. Brandy, the truth is I'm talking to myself. It wasn't until I surrounded myself with other people who were having the same successes and the same failures as I was that I really felt like I could do this. And it's bizarre. One of my big things is that dreamers are a rare breed, and that's what we are here. We're all dreamers, right? Dreamers are a rare breed. And sometimes we don't have dreamers in our real life, but when we hop on Periscope and we start searching for terms like entrepreneur, or we hop on Twitter and we start searching for terms like small business owners, all of a sudden all these dreamers come out and boom, you've got a support network. So that's what you want to do. Do not go in alone. A couple other things really, really quickly is you have to remember that you know nothing. It's really easy to think that you know everything. The truth is, go into everything with the mentality of I know nothing. That's what you want to do, right? Because if you go in with that mentality, you're open to learning a whole bunch of awesome things and seeing things maybe that you already knew from a different perspective. So guys, there you go. I'm so excited to be able to participate. We're going to be handing it over to JB Howard, Jim Bob Howard. He's going to be offering some amazing stuff on this topic of secrets to starting your business. Y'all, I would love to continue to connect with you. Let's hop over to the next scope in this Periscope crawl. I'm going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, we'll see you with Jim Bob Howard.
Hey, it's time for the P-Crawl again.
That was fantastic, Dave.
Thank you guys so much for coming along with us and for following along with Dave. Man, did he have some great stuff or what? I mean, that was fantastic. Good stuff. I always, every time I go into one of Dave's scopes, I always learn stuff, and it's just fantastic. So my name is Jim Bob Howard, and I'm here in Austin, Texas, and I love being a part of the P-Crawl every week. Hey, Dustin, thanks for coming in. It's your first one. That's great. That's great. Yeah, great P-Crawl. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Carrie. So I got a couple of things. My job here is to bring some techie tips, okay? So, hey, Mark, woo, Austin, right? So I've got some techie tips, some things that I just wanted to share with you real quick, and to point out to you. This is something maybe you guys didn't know. Have you ever been in one of these scopes where the person's talking and you can't really seem to get their attention? Did you know that you can put in their handle with the @ at the beginning, just like you would if you were replying to anybody else in this? And you guys can try this. Do this. Do @JB Howard and give me a message. What happens is it's the same thing that happens when you're replying to somebody else who's in your scope. It gives you the little arrow that says, hey, I'm saying something to this person. The other thing that's cool about that too is when you are in a scope, see, there it is. It comes through. I love it, love it, love it. And so those little arrows show up to let you know that the person that you're talking to is actually trying to say something to you. So that's a great thing. I'm going to move this down a little bit because I'm like trying to raise up above your comments there. So that's a cool feature. The other thing too is, you know how when you're sharing your scopes and you're watching a scope and you're like, man, this would be fantastic information for this guy that I do business with, or this my sister who's just starting a business, and that sort of thing. Hey, Dustin, reach out to Bethany and we'll talk about that because we actually talked about having you on P-Crawl anyway. So that's a good question. But if you're going to share this with somebody, but you know that they're not going to be able to watch it right now, or maybe they can't watch it right now, it's okay to go ahead and give comments to the person that you're going to share it with. Because in the replay, as long as they're watching it on their phone and they're not watching it on the web, if they're watching it on their phone, it will also give them a comment the same way, just like the reply for me. So little tip there. I haven't heard anybody else mention that, so it's kind of a neat thing that you can share a comment with other people. Yeah, like the decor. Yeah, Crafty Cutie, thanks. You notice my little art here. This I won on the Art Scope Challenge from Wick Fury. It's a great little piece of art. It's actually Periscope, and it's got the P-Crawl hashtag on it, of course, too. So. Okay, so there's that tip. Oh, here's another tip too. Man, your comments are just like spinning through. One of the things you can do is you can slow them down by holding on them. If you tap and hold, you can actually slow the comments down a little bit. They'll still move on and they'll disappear and they'll go on from there. But you can slow them down a little bit if you need to, if the comments are going really fast. So that's another cool tip that you can do. Let's see. Oh. Here's one other tip that I want to give you too. You know, when I mentioned that you can watch a replay on the web, something you want to make sure that you do when you're doing a Periscope is to make a comment. If you're watching this replay on the web, you can click on my name down at the bottom of the screen here, and it will take you to my profile, which has a link to what I'm just telling you about. Periscope Crawl, right? So Periscope Crawl is, periscopecrawl.com is where we put all of these posts when we're done. We also put some other information out there too. And so I put that in my profile. So if you're watching this on the replay, you can just go right down there and you can click on my name. And when you click on it, my profile will come up and there'll be a link for Periscope Crawl. You can get right to it. So it's a fantastic way to do it. So be sure to point that out to people. If they're watching on the replay, especially if they're watching on the web, they have that ability too. So let's see how much time do I have. It looks like I'm probably just about over. So Thank you guys so much for coming to the Pea Crawl. I saw a whole bunch of people go by that said that there was their first time on the Pea Crawl. Thank you so much for coming. This is actually our 7th one. We've been doing this for 6 weeks, so we started at the beginning and every week. So this is our 7th one. You can watch all of the replays on periscopecrawl.com. We do it every Thursday, unless we have to move it a day, and sometimes we do it on Wednesday. But we do it every Thursday at 7:31 p.m. Central Time, and we'd love to have you guys join us week after week after week.